Hi everyone, Bridget Sweeney-Blakely from the School of Education at Drexel University. These are some trying times, especially in the field of education, but I wanted to share with you a strategy that I've picked up in all my years of education as a high school teacher, as a behavior analyst, as a school psychologist, as a consultant in the classroom, and now I use it even in my classroom at Drexel University, both online and on campus. It's a strategy that goes by many names. I'm going to call it active responding, but opportunities to respond is another name that it goes by. If you want to read more about it, this is the article that I'll be referring to. In your spare time, you can read that article. This is a strategy that's really effective with all kinds of classrooms, regardless of the age, the ability level, any kind of setting overall as well, even as I mentioned, online. So if your classroom looks anything like this list, it's definitely something that'll be helpful in your classroom. There's basically 8 steps to the process. Half of it's about preparation, half of it's about execution. I'm going to walk you through it right now. We start off using this strategy just like we start off any lesson. Let's identify our objective. What do we want our students to know by the time we've finished teaching this lesson? So once you've figured that out, you have to figure out how you're going to know if they know this content by the time you finish that lesson. And that's where active responding comes in. Preparing questions that you can ask while you're teaching. Now, definitely this is something that most teachers do anyway, but did you know there's some best practices in order to get the most out of this strategy? One of those best practices is to make sure that you're coming up with at least 3 questions per minute. So if you plan a lecture for 15 minutes, you should have 45 questions ready to go. These questions can be yes/no questions. It could be multiple choice questions. It could be true/false. It could be vocabulary questions. You could ask students to identify numbers or letters. You can ask for math facts. You can ask to review content from a story that you just read or characteristics of each of the individual characters. This is all available and it's all readily available to be used in this kind of a setting, in this kind of a classroom. Once you have the questions ready, determine a cue. How are they going to know it's their turn to start talking? In my class, I say, let's practice. So even if my students are dozing, highly unlikely, but if they are, once they hear my cue, let's practice, they know they're on, their time to act. At that point, I usually put the question up on the screen and I read it as well. So they have the chance to read it themselves, but also to hear it. And that's very helpful as a cue that it's their turn to respond. Then the fun part starts. How are you going to learn their answer? So it can be anything as basic as showing yes or no cards that they've pre-written themselves, true, false, right? And this is keeping in mind something you want to make sure is readily available in their setting where they are right now, but also that you can quickly scan. Think about it. You're looking at a screen with a bunch of different boxes of different students on it. How can you quickly assess whether someone's giving you a correct answer or not? Thumbs up, thumbs down, and depending on the level of the student themselves and what's available to them, you can really change it and use characteristics of their particular setting. So for example, if the answer is 3, let me see you raise a red crown. Right? Something that's easy for you to spot from your particular vantage point. And again, with younger kids, it can go even further. So if the answer of 2 + 1 is 3, everybody touch your head. Very simple for me to see on that screen if everybody is following along. In my classroom, our learning management system has a poll system already set in. I know that Zoom has a poll system as well. So these are all options that are available to you. And I use this primarily for choral responding. And in fact, the research shows that it works best as choral responding. But you can even individualize it and ask specific students to respond to questions using the means that you've already predetermined. Now, once you've determined how that's going to work, what your cue is going to be, how they're going to respond, you've written the questions, now you got to use it. Now, always start off with practice. Simple, fun, silly questions are the best way to make sure that everybody's practicing. Is Miss Bridget the best teacher? Put your hands on your head if you say yes. Does everyone have their hands on their head? Yeah. So give those opportunities to practice having as much fun as you can. Then conduct your lesson. Make sure you're keeping that minimum of 3 questions per minute. And then offer feedback. This is not just a chance to keep them engaged, it's a formative assessment in the moment. So if they're getting the questions right, big applause, praise all the time, big praise. Great job, you're doing a great job getting these questions correct. If they're not, this is your chance to come in and give them additional feedback and additional lesson on this particular content. But don't stop there. Once you've finished your lesson, did everybody like this? way to practice? Anybody not like this way to practice? Anybody not so sure just yet? And that's going to give you some feedback as well. If somebody is not confident answering the questions, there's a good chance they're going to say they didn't like this strategy. That might be a signal that they need some more help on the content itself. So as I said, I use this all the time, online, on campus, in my pre-recorded lectures. I find it's a great way to give me feedback to ensure that the students are having a good time while we're learning about this stuff, but you don't have to take my word for it. There's research that shows that it leads to more engagement, less off-task behavior. It even reduces anxiety. So this is a great strategy that can even come with you when we're back in our real classrooms. So in the meantime, I hope this was helpful. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more tips from Drexel University. In the meantime, I got a million things to do. Let's get them done. Stay safe, everyone.